James Webb Space Telescope has hardly opened its eyes, and the universe is new, more mysterious, more beautiful than humanity's dreams.
The latest finding made by the James Webb Space Telescope, the most sophisticated telescope ever built, has once again taken the world by surprise. This time, the public's interest has been piqued by a considerably more intriguing, and maybe unsettling, find rather than by far-off nebulae or the birth of new stars. The exoplanet Proxima Centauri B, which orbits Proxima Centauri, our nearest star neighbor, features lights that resemble cities, as seen by the telescope. If this finding turns out to be artificial illumination, it has the potential to completely change our concept of life as we know it and challenge many long-held beliefs about where we fit into the universe. Such a discovery has enormous ramifications that go far beyond astronomy and into the fields of philosophy, technology, and even geopolitics. Please click the like and subscribe icons before we begin for more exclusive news. An exoplanet called Proxima Centauri B, or simply Proxima B, is situated 4.24 light-years away from Earth. This rocky planet is located in its parent star's habitable zone, which means that liquid water might potentially exist on its surface. Because Proxima B resembles Earth, scientists have conjectured that it may be home to life ever since it was discovered in 2016. However, the question remained mainly hypothetical. But the latest findings by James Webb have given this idea a concrete, if unusual, new perspective. With its advanced infrared detection capabilities, the James Webb Telescope was able to take pictures of what appears to be a regular pattern of illumination on Proxima B's dark side. The lights don't seem to be randomly arranged. Instead, they seem to be arranged in a structured grid pattern that is reminiscent of Earth's city lights as seen from space. Concerns over the nature of the light source were immediately raised by this discovery. Is it a product of nature, or is it proof of man-made technology? If it is artificial, that would indicate the existence of a highly developed society that could create and maintain intricate infrastructure, possibly even on par with our own. It's exciting and unnerving to consider the idea that these lights are fake. There appears to be some organization and purpose behind the lights because of the organized quality of the lighting. Quality is not usually connected to atmospheric or geological phenomena that occur naturally. The grid-like pattern and enduring illumination that James Webb saw could not be explained by any of the natural phenomena that have been proposed, including volcanic activity, lightning storms, or bioluminescence. For instance, volcanic explosions could not maintain the same intensity throughout time and would result in erratic light patterns. Bioluminescence on a planetary scale is an intriguing concept, but given our current understanding of biology, it would require an extraordinary abundance of life forms across the planet, all emitting light simultaneously in a structured way. This is unlikely given that lightning is typically brief and sporadic. Consequently, the most likely explanation that still holds is that these lights are artificial, maybe coming from a civilization that has harnessed energy in a manner similar to how human technology has advanced. The finding on Proxima B would be the first in history where possible evidence of an extraterrestrial civilization has been detected by humans, provided that it is verified as city lights. This would imply that highly technological cultures are not as rare as some theories have suggested, and it would also show that we are not alone in the cosmos. It would refute the Fermi paradox, which asks why, given the abundance of planets that may harbor life, we have not yet detected any indications of extraterrestrial intelligence. The apparent discovery of artificial lights on Proxima B may indicate that sentient civilizations are, in fact, abound throughout the galaxy, and the reason we haven't heard from or detected any of them up to this point may be due to technical difficulties with our observational techniques rather than a genuine dearth of alien society. There are significant ramifications for astrobiology. Up until now, scientists have mostly concentrated on looking for microscopic or rudimentary forms of alien life since they believe the chances of discovering advanced civilizations are low. The apparent brightness of Proxima B could make one reconsider that position. That would imply that the planet residing next to us in the universe is inhabited by intelligent life-forming entities, which begs the issue of how many other neighboring stars have planets exhibiting comparable indications of intelligence. This finding may lead to a more focused search for technosignatures or proof of technology developed by alien intelligences on additional neighboring exoplanets. This breakthrough may also significantly alter our perception of the progress we have made in terms of technology and society. It might be both encouraging and concerning if an extraterrestrial culture had attained a level of technical proficiency comparable to, or possibly even higher than, our own. The possibility that another culture may independently create artificial lighting and planetary-scale infrastructure raises the possibility that the evolutionary route leading to modern civilization is not as singular as we previously believed. Significant ramifications would also follow for the so-called Great Filter hypothesis, which postulates that civilizations may either self-destruct or face impassable obstacles before reaching interstellar status. A civilization on Proxima may have escaped the traps that may cause society to collapse, suggesting that existential dangers like these are not always unavoidable. The possible finding of artificial lights on Proxima B may raise significant philosophical and cultural issues in addition to scientific ones. Existential discussions concerning our role in the universe, and whether or not we are alone, have dominated human history. A definite response to one of humanity's oldest issues would come from the confirmation of an intelligent extraterrestrial culture, and it would also lead to a reevaluation of our own cultural narratives and religious beliefs. The finding may help foster a greater understanding of our common humanity by highlighting the fact that, in a world abundant with life, we are all only occupants of one little planet. The identification of these lights may also significantly alter the goals and areas of concentration for space exploration initiatives. If there's even a remote possibility that these lights are man-made, it would be hard to argue against investing additional funds in further investigating Proxima B and its surroundings. The development of new technology for interstellar travel or the sending of probes that can reach Proxima Centauri within a human lifetime might be prioritized. Increased interest in initiatives like Breakthrough Starshot, which aims to deploy tiny light-propelled probes to the Alpha Centauri system, may also result from this revelation. Indeed, the importance of a direct exploration trip may potentially eclipse that of Mars settlement as the next big challenge for human space endeavors. From a technological point of view, seeing lights on Proxima B may also assist focus efforts on finding certain technologies that the postulated civilization may employ. Researchers might start looking for electromagnetic radiation, such as radio waves or laser transmission, that could come from a culture with advanced technology. The finding may potentially have an impact on telescope designs in the future, leading to the creation of tools meant to look for indications of human habitation or energy use on far-off planets. But the finding also begs concerns about the dangers of communicating with a civilization that may be highly developed. Some scientists and intellectuals have been warning us for decades not to publicly announce our presence to the cosmos out of concern that we would not benefit from a meeting with a better developed civilization. It's possible that the lights on Proxima B already know we're here if they come from an advanced society. It's unnerving to think that, only a few light years away, aliens may be observing us. It may lead us to become more circumspect in our quest for alien intelligence, preferring to observe from a distance rather than announce our existence to the universe. There are even more possible consequences that relate to moral and practical issues. The discovery of intelligent life on Proxima B may compel national and international organizations to set up procedures for communicating with alien societies. These guidelines would have to cover the ethical issues of cultural intrusion and contamination in addition to the scientific and diplomatic elements of making contact. In the event that Proxima B is inhabited, we must think about how our actions would affect their culture and if it is morally or practically appropriate to make direct contact. With the goal of comprehending the biological and cultural facets of extraterrestrial life, the expanding science of xenobiology may find itself at the center of these debates. Furthermore, the finding may pique interest in space colonization and the advancement of technology that would make it possible for people to settle on other planets. It may now seem more feasible, or perhaps necessary, than ever to become a multiplanetary species in light of the discovery of a neighboring exoplanet exhibiting evidence of sophisticated life. The need to come up with a backup plan for mankind may grow, especially in light of persistent problems like resource depletion, climate change, and geopolitical unrest on Earth. A plausible theory that an intelligent civilization exists just a few light years from Earth might spur space travel and off-world living practices research. The discovery of man-made lights on Proxima B may also force scientists to reevaluate their current hypotheses about the formation and evolution of planets. If intelligent life exists on other planets, it might indicate that civilizations on other worlds formed sooner than previously believed or under different conditions than on Earth. The conventional Earth-centric concept of life formation, which holds that sophisticated life forms after a protracted and stable geological past, would be called into question by this revelation. The apparent evidence of civilization on Proxima B suggests that, under the right circumstances, life may emerge quickly even on worlds with hostile or unstable surroundings. Furthermore, the idea of planetary stewardship and sustainability may be significantly impacted by the discovery of a civilization on Proxima B. If this society has persisted for a long time, it suggests that, in spite of their difficult surroundings, they have managed to strike a steady balance between ecological preservation and technological advancement. This might offer insightful information on how humans can handle problems like environmental preservation, sustainable energy, and resource management on Earth. A civilization on Proxima B may provide as an example or case study of how sentient entities could accomplish long-term planetary sustainability in environments very different from Earth's. Additionally, it's possible that Proxima B's civilization is significantly more developed than our own, with knowledge and technology that might be hundreds or even millennia ahead of us. In the event that the lights are artificial, methods or energy sources that are currently unknown to science may be employed by the technology to produce this kind of organized illumination around the world. This creates the exciting possibility that, should contact be made, mankind may eventually learn from this civilization. Knowledge sharing has the potential to spur technical advancements on Earth, resulting in innovations in fields like artificial intelligence, space exploration, energy production, and even medicine. However, there are serious practical and ethical issues with this potential as well. Humanity would have to consider who should have access to such information and how it should be utilized if it were to obtain advanced technology from an extraterrestrial culture. Sharing technical knowledge across civilizations may have certain hazards, especially if such technology has the potential to be weaponized or used maliciously. In such a scenario, humanity would have to proceed cautiously and make sure that any information acquired is applied for the good of all and not abused for personal advantage or financial gain by a small number of people. Discussions concerning intellectual property, government, and the rights of alien beings would surely result from the circumstances. The possibility of extraterrestrial civilization having an impact on culture is another factor to take into account. A major cultural upheaval on Earth may result from the finding of city-like lights on Proxima B and the subsequent confirmation of an intelligent life. Themes pertaining to alien life and our growing knowledge of another society may find their way into human art, literature, music, and even language. This shift in culture may contribute to humanity's unification through a common understanding of our role in a greater cosmic community. New ways of thinking and living might result from it, inspiring a new cultural renaissance fueled by the discovery's interest and inspiration. On the other hand, cultural influences may also cause conflicts and splits, especially if several tribes have different ideas about how to communicate with the alien society. While some may argue for caution and seclusion, others could favor quick communication and collaboration. Social unrest may also result from the establishment of new philosophical or religious movements that are predicated on the possibility of alien life. The question of how the religious and cultural practices of the Proxima B civilization may interact with human beliefs would emerge if it had any, perhaps leading to difficult moral conundrums about the preservation and interchange of cultural traditions. Not only would the finding of artificial lights on Proxima B spark intellectual and cultural debates, but it would also have real-world ramifications for space policy and international relations. The possibility of coming across an extraterrestrial society might incentivize nations to collaborate more closely on space research. It is possible that institutions like as the United Nations will play a bigger role in overseeing space exploration activities and making sure that no nation or organization has excessive influence over the process of making decisions about alien life. Nations may come together in response to the lights on Proxima B, pooling their resources and knowledge to further our understanding of the cosmos and our role in it. The discovery of these lights may potentially have an impact on the laws governing space travel and alien studies. International space law is still in its infancy at the moment, and there aren't many established rules for dealing with extraterrestrial life findings. The presence of lights on Proxima B may expedite the formulation of agreements and regulations intended to safeguard alien habitats, create communication channels, and handle any potential legal ramifications of extraterrestrial encounters. For example, there would be worries about contamination in both directions if we sent a probe to Proxima B. In addition to trying to keep potentially dangerous microorganisms or other items from Earth out of the environment, we would want to protect any living things that are already here. It is impossible to rule out the idea that Proxima B civilization is actively looking for life, and that the lights James Webb saw were a part of an intentional effort to indicate or connect with other sentient species. If this is the case, it may mean that they share our curiosity for the cosmos. The lights might be a type of cosmic lighthouse meant to draw in visitors from other planets. If this theory is correct, it means that neither long-range communication nor interstellar travel have been accomplished by them yet. This might indicate that Proxima B's culture and humans are traveling in comparable technological directions, raising the possibility of meaningful communication in the near future. Even if the lights are artificial, their very nature may reveal something about the civilization's aesthetic and cultural ideals. For instance, distinct lighting patterns and intensities may denote various applications, such as residential neighborhoods, commercial buildings, or even historical sites. These lights could be a reflection of various energy sources or technologies if they show distinct hues or spectral characteristics. By carefully examining these patterns, scientists may be able to deduce information about the civilization's energy usage, level of technical advancement, and maybe even social structure. Furthermore, the finding could stimulate the development of fresh scientific theories explaining how astronomically large civilizations interact with their surroundings. Human activity on Earth leaves a range of signs, from artificial light pollution to changes in the atmosphere brought on by industrial pollutants. The discovery of lights resembling cities on Proxima B could prompt researchers to look at novel forms of technosignatures in their quest to find extraterrestrial life. This might result in the creation of novel observational methods intended to detect technological or infrastructural indicators on far-off planets, including energy beams, man-made satellites, or even megastructures like Dyson spheres. In the event that the lights turn out to be artificial, scientists may be prompted to consider how cosmic time has influenced civilizations across time. For what duration are the lights in place? For what duration will they be under observation? The presence of lights may indicate that we are observing a civilization at a particular point in its evolution. This may contribute to a better comprehension of the civilization life cycle and provide light on whether technology societies have a tendency to endure or disintegrate over time. The long-term existence of mankind may depend on this information, as it may indicate trends or warning indicators linked to the collapse or disintegration of technologically sophisticated society. The finding of lights resembling cities on Proxima B has the potential to transform our comprehension of planetary systems as interdependent networks instead of standalone entities. It might suggest that planetary systems in the galaxy are not as autonomous as previously believed if intelligent life can live so close to our solar system. Space may be the site of intricate interactions and impacts, with civilizations perhaps exchanging resources, communicating across star systems, or even traveling. This idea, which proposes a cosmic web of communities that interact and grow together, has the potential to broaden our understanding of life as we know it. Scientifically speaking, the finding could encourage a closer examination of stellar environs and how planetary habitability is impacted by them. If Proxima b harbors life, it would refute existing theories that claim red dwarf stars are too unstable for life to exist and demonstrate that even planets around active stars are capable of harboring civilizations. This might lead to a flurry of additional planetary discoveries when researchers review other exoplanetary systems containing red dwarf stars, the most prevalent kind of star in the Milky Way. If life is able to flourish in such environments, it may indicate that advanced civilizations are significantly more common than previously believed. Additionally, the finding on Proxima b may lead to a dramatic change in the course of crucial physics and cosmology. The nature of dark matter, dark energy, and the universe's expansion have been the main topics of scientific discussion for many years. Should the existence of an advanced civilization on Proxima b be verified, it may imply that these entities have evolved a physics beyond our current comprehension. This suggests that there could be other answers to some of the greatest riddles in the universe, answers that might be based on or motivated by a completely new comprehension of the rules of physics created by an alien society. Long-term information exchanges with such a civilization might result in profound discoveries that advance our understanding of the cosmos and could even open the door to new sources of energy or spacecraft propulsion. The idea that these lights may stand for anything more than just a civilization's necessary infrastructure is another important factor to take into account. In the event that the lights are organized and ordered, there may be symbolic and communicative meaning to their arrangement. The pattern might be symbolic of artistic or cultural expressions ingrained in the nocturnal landscape of the globe, similar to monumental earthly artworks. The fact that these lights are visible to us at such a distance suggests that the civilization may be aware of how their actions look to be from a distance and may even be deliberately creating these lights as a means of communicating with other worlds. It's possible that the lights we see as artificial are intended to send signals or messages that we are unable to interpret. These signals may contain information about their technology, history, or even a request for conversation. Even if the lights are not meant to be a means of communication, their discovery begs the issue of whether sophisticated civilizations have accidentally released technosignatures. Our technological endeavors generate a range of observable signals on Earth, ranging from radio waves to emissions of infrared heat. It may indicate that many other planets in the cosmos may also be home to advanced civilizations that are unwittingly announcing their presence if the advanced society on Proxima b is ignorant of the signals they are emitting. Therefore, the discovery of city-like lights might prompt a more vigorous search for other inadvertent technosignatures in neighboring star systems, such as anomalous heat sources, strange electromagnetic emissions, or unique atmosphere compositions suggesting industrial activity. The tactics used in the hunt for extraterrestrial life would undoubtedly change if an alien civilization was found to be so near to our solar system. The finding may cause a paradigm change away from the decades-long practice of SETI, search for extraterrestrial intelligence, programs to passively listen for radio signals, and toward actively hunting for particular technosignatures using a variety of wavelengths and observational techniques. This may involve the creation of telescopes and sensors made expressly to identify the types of signals that a society can unintentionally emit. Such heat from excessive energy use or synthetic chemical compounds in planetary atmospheres. Technosignatures are becoming more and more important, and this might hasten the search for extraterrestrial life and increase our understanding of how life forms and changes in the universe. It's also interesting to investigate the possibility that Proxima b's lights are an example of energy collecting technology. If the lights are artificial, they might not just be used to light up the Earth, they might also be a component of a highly advanced energy distribution or collection system. The civilization may have created extensive photovoltaic systems, for example, that collect starlight and store energy for use at a later time. On the other hand, the lights might be connected to energy transmission systems that transfer energy across long distances or even between planets via focused beams. This would suggest a degree of technical progress much beyond anything that humanity has ever accomplished, offering important new perspectives on the more sustainable and effective use of energy. These technologies might potentially provide answers to some of the planet's most urgent energy problems if they could be researched or manufactured. Agricultural or biological applications might be another possible use for the lights. The civilization on Proxima B may employ artificial lighting to optimize crop development in low-light settings or maintain ecosystems in areas that do not receive enough natural sunlight, among other applications of artificial lighting to stimulate or control biological processes on a planetary scale. If true, this would point to a highly developed level of biological engineering and environmental management, demonstrating a society that actively modifies the planetary biosphere to achieve ideal circumstances. Rethinking agriculture and environmental sustainability globally might be sparked by studying such techniques, especially in regions with scarce arable land or harsh weather. The possible threat posed by the lights on Proxima B is one aspect that has not gotten as much attention in the early euphoria around the discovery. Although the prospect of discovering intelligent life close by is exciting, there are hazards involved. If the lights indicate the presence of a hostile or militaristic civilization, for instance, they may pose a threat to human safety in the event that we establish contact. They may see us as a rival or as something to be taken advantage of. It's also possible that internal strife exists inside the civilization, in which case the lights can indicate hostilities or other destructive activity. The existence of such risks might have a significant impact on how mankind approaches space travel by highlighting the necessity of vigilance and defensive readiness. The possible cultural and technological differences between humanity and the Proxima B civilization are also worth investigating. If they are markedly more developed than our own, it could lead to a situation akin to past interactions on Earth, in which societies with lower technological levels were subjugated by those possessing more advanced tools and knowledge. This brings up moral questions about how to interact with a culture that may be older and wiser. The difference may also result in a circumstance in which we are reduced to the role of a spectator, having little to no power to affect the connection. On the other hand, if the civilization is less developed, it presents moral questions regarding how humanity affects their progress and our need to refrain from harming them or upsetting their culture. Alternatively, it's possible that Proxima B's lights emanate from a non-native, human-originated species that invaded the planet instead of a local civilization. This begs the question of how comprehensive our knowledge of space history is. Could Proxima B have been visited long ago by Earth-based or other planet-based exploration expeditions or civilizations? If so, the timeline and scope of space exploration would need to be reconsidered. It could imply that extraterrestrial civilizations, other from the one that humans now inhabit, have traveled further than previously thought and may have left evidence of their presence on other worlds. Moreover, rather than being the result of biological living forms, the lights may be the result of automated or artificial intelligence-based systems. This raises the possibility that a robotic or artificial intelligence society may persist and carry out duties on its own long after the creators have disappeared. Questions concerning the nature of existence and intelligence are raised by such a scenario. Can AI-driven systems be regarded as a separate civilization if they are able to exist even in the absence of biological life? How would one communicate with such an entity if it weren't essentially the same as with biological organisms, and could they possibly be sentient? The idea of Proxima B's AI-driven lights may potentially lead to a completely new way of thinking about life and intelligence in the cosmos. Biological life forms have historically been the main target of the quest for alien intelligence, but it's possible that societies made up completely of artificial entities exist more frequently than we think. If this were the case, it may significantly change the course of humankind's technological advancement, as it would make the transition to a post-biological or hybrid form of existence appear more desirable or possible. The lights on Proxima B may represent a stage of technological development that mankind may eventually arrive at, providing a window into the future that lies ahead for us. The idea that the lights may represent a component of a wider cosmic signal network, a kind of interstellar communication system used by different sentient civilizations around the galaxy, is one of the more fascinating but more theoretical ideas. In this scenario, the lights on Proxima B may be part of a massive network intended to transport data over astronomical distances rather than serving any practical use for the planet itself. This may indicate that alien cultures cooperate and coordinate with one another, indicating that spacefaring civilizations are not isolated entities but rather actively participate in knowledge sharing and group growth. Finding such a network would indicate the presence of a galactic internet or communication grid linking far-off worlds, which would fundamentally alter our concept of civilization in the universe. Concerns over the type of information being communicated would also arise from the possible presence of an intergalactic communication network. What kinds of information might be transferred via this network? Would it be information from science, artifacts from culture, or even lessons from philosophy? If extraterrestrial civilizations have been exchanging knowledge for millennia, then there may be enormous knowledge bases out there just waiting to be tapped into. These reserves could speed up human advancement in fields like engineering and medicine, or even help us figure out long-standing existential questions about the nature of reality, time, and consciousness. Considering the intriguing potential that the lights on Proxima B could hold, both public and private sector funding for space-based projects devoted to studying this phenomena is probably going to soar. Follow-up observations and flights would naturally be of interest to space organizations such as NASA and ESA, but private businesses with the means and aspirations to explore deep space may also seize the chance to participate. In order to develop the technology required to reach Proxima Centauri more rapidly, new alliances between governments, commercial enterprises, and academic institutes might hasten the timescale for human interstellar travel. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, could you leave your comments below and tell us what you expect the James Webb Telescope will reveal next? Thank you for watching, and see you next time.